Warriors of Dominion, Zeus calls the battlefield to attention. Somna has arrived, but her true power is already being misunderstood, and first impressions are leading many players to the wrong conclusions. Today, we reveal what she's really capable of. Let me show you why. First on the list was her level. I got Somna at level 100 right out of the gate, then immediately pushed her all the way to the cap. Thankfully, I'd saved more than enough EXP potions to max her instantly, and that wasn't just for convenience, it was absolutely essential. Certain items, skills, and glyph upgrades are locked behind the hero's level, so until Somna reaches the maximum level, the game simply won't let you progress them any further. In other words, leveling her first wasn't just the smartest move, it was the foundation that unlocked every other upgrade. With her level taken care of, it was time to move on to skills. I started with Lullaby Veil, her ultimate, taking it from level 1 all the way to 130. This is the core of her kit, thanks to its signature sleep effect. Next came Dream Armor, which protects the frontline ally while steadily applying sleepiness stacks to enemies. After that, I upgraded Counting Sheep, where her crowd control really starts spreading across the entire enemy team. Finally, I finished with Domain of Tranquility, her passive ability, which punishes enemies for attacking Somna or her allies by reflecting that damage right back at them. Once the skills were finished, I moved into rank and equipment, and this is where the real grind begins. I already had Somna sitting at Red +1, so I dug into my saved resources and pushed her up to Red +2. There aren't any shortcuts here. Reaching that next rank gives her the durability she needs to actually survive long enough to do her job. That's the reality of playing a control hero. She isn't designed to burst enemies down, her value comes from disabling them, and none of that matters if she gets eliminated before she can take over the fight. As for upgrade priorities beyond this point, I'm not going to pretend I have every answer yet. Glyphs, artifacts, and exactly how far each one should be pushed deserve proper testing, and that's a discussion for a future video. For this one, the objective was simple: max her out and show you exactly what her final stats look like. Next, I'll show you her complete item progression, from her earliest gear all the way to where she stands now. Feel free to screenshot this section if you want it as a reference. I'm also putting together a dedicated Somna page, so you'll have everything organized in one place without having to search back through this video. Now let's move on to skins. At the moment, Somna only has her default skin, which provides 1365 agility and requires 30,825 agility skin stones to fully upgrade. She also has a solar skin on the way, adding 7,095 physical attack. It launches as an exclusive skin on July 24th before becoming available to everyone on December 1st. So depending on when you're watching this, you may already have that second skin available. For glyphs, I followed a specific order. I started with physical attack, adding 4,340 physical attack. Next came agility, increasing it by another 1,135. After that, I upgraded armor penetration, adding 6,500 armor penetration. Then came health, providing a massive boost of 62,200 health. Finally, I finished with magic defense, adding in another 6,500 to round out her survivability. After that came Gift of the Elements, which increased her stats by 360 strength, 360 intelligence, and 720 agility. Artifacts were refreshingly straightforward this time. I had enough resources saved to fully max all three, so I didn't have to worry about upgrade priority. Her first artifact, 1001 Lullaby, grants the entire team 50,190 magic defense for 9 seconds whenever Lullaby Veil is activated. Her second artifact, Defender's Covenant, provides Somna with 12,546 armor. And her third, Ring of Agility, boosts her agility by an impressive 62,249. Since I maxed every artifact, I'm not going to claim I already know the ideal upgrade order. That's something I'll cover in a dedicated video after I've had enough time to properly test which artifact delivers the biggest impact when resources are limited. The final step was Ascension, and one by one I fully completed that as well. At this point, Somna is completely built across her skills, glyphs, Gift of the Elements, artifacts, and Ascension. The only thing she can't reach yet is her 6th star, since it's locked behind the upcoming new hero event. For now, 5 stars is the highest anyone can achieve. As soon as that final star becomes available, I'll revisit this build and update everything accordingly. And that brings us to the real purpose of this video. It wasn't simply about maxing a brand new hero for the sake of it. The goal was to map out where the real value lies in Somna's kit before most players even have the opportunity to fully build her themselves, so you don't have to guess at upgrade priorities or learn expensive lessons by wasting resources. If there's one takeaway, it's this: Somna's kit looks simple on paper, but once she's built out, the sleep stacking is what actually breaks enemy teams, and the priority order for getting there is coming in the next video. And that's Somna fully built, showing exactly where her stats, skills, glyphs, artifacts, and overall potential stand right now. One thing to remember is that Somna isn't a damage dealer. Her role is to control the battlefield, delay enemy ultimates, and create opportunities for the rest of your team to take over the fight. Now I want to hear from you. Have you started building Somna yet, or are you waiting for more testing before investing your resources? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I read every one of them. If you found this breakdown helpful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future Hero Wars strategy guides, testing, and updates. Until next time, Warriors of Dominion, remember, victory doesn't always belong to the hero who deals the most damage, it belongs to the commander who controls the battle. Fight wisely, and I'll see you on the next one.